If I could go back to my 20-year-old self, I would give myself advice on how to find her personal style. And one thing I would actually do is just to say, stop buying things for going out because you're only going to wear them once or twice. And this is the danger zone that we get into. And this is the danger zone I was in at the time. So this is all about how you can find your personal style, and it doesn't have to be that hard when you know how. Thinking that this is so complicated, one thing I would do is I would look at what is my style compared to my taste. So my style, and this is really, really helpful advice, I feel, because I've learned this myself. I've seen that my style is very different to my taste. My taste might be, I see a really pretty floral top, or I see a really pretty floral shorts that I could wear, but I think, oh, they're nice, but I wouldn't actually wear them. I might wear them on holiday, but I'm not going to wear them day to day. So there's no point buying it. Whereas my style is very different to my taste. I might see something that is really put together, understated, and I would be drawn to it. But even if it is understated, I might see a blazer and I think, oh, that's really nice. But honestly, I'd ask myself, when am I actually going to wear it? Because I don't typically wear blazers unless I'm going to a convention and I'm signing autographs or something like that. Then I would wear a blazer because I like wearing a blazer when I go to conventions. But other than that, I wouldn't necessarily do that. So one of the conventions I went to was London Comic Con, and I was wearing a beige blazer. I don't know if I've got a picture. I might have a picture up here that I can put up. And I liked it. It was nice. It was a little bit too oversized, so it wasn't really a great fit for me. I needed something a little bit more tailored, but you can go to a tailor to do that. One thing I felt drawn to was off the shoulder tops. So in my 20s, even sort of late 20s, off the shoulder tops were so popular. They were the trend at the time. So I'd always feel drawn to them. I just get like a black off the shoulder top. I thought it was really classy, it looks really nice, but I wouldn't necessarily wear it that often. I might wear it some of the time, or at the time when I was streaming, it was pretty useful. But other than that, I wouldn't wear it day to day. So what did I do to find my personal style? And this was such a windwall of events in terms of a journey that I went on to how to find it. And I would be drawn to, like I said, things that were my taste and not my style. I like some trendy pieces. I thought, oh, they're quite nice, but I'm not necessarily going to wear them. So I really have to have a word with myself and say, am I actually going to wear that, or is it going to sit in my wardrobe? Because you know what I mean when you just literally do that. You just have something, you buy it, and it just sits in your wardrobe for ages and you just don't wear it. It's just no point, is there really? What I go through today is aesthetics. So this is what I did as a starting point to finding my personal style. I went on Pinterest and I looked at various different aesthetics. So I'm going to give you some of these today. So you can look at, when you're deciding what your personal style is, I think this is the best way in order to determine that. So the first one I really like myself is minimalism, because it's simple, it's easy, it's clean lines, it's nothing fussy. It's just the typical no jewelry, it said clean lines, just effortless look. You don't have to try, but it looks nice and put together. And then you've got quiet luxury, classic and timeless pieces. So when I think about classic and timeless pieces that I gravitate to myself, I think about trench coats during the autumn time, and sometimes spring could be quite good for trench coats as long as it's not too heavy. I like to go for something that's quite light, so it has a bit of weight to it but not too much. And wool coats as well for the winter, just like a nice button wool coat, so like a single-breasted coat, which I think looks really nice. That kind of thing. French kind of style, which again leans into the quiet luxury kind of feel. As I mentioned about, trench coats, simple tops, simple jeans, Again, leaning into the minimalism as well, neutral tailored trousers and loafers. So I think a nice pair of jeans, some loafers and a t-shirt looks really good, and then a trench coat, and then you've got your outfit. And that can have the feel of quiet luxury as well. Striped tops and simple tops, fitted blazers, polka dot skirts with a nice vest top. Again, sometimes it's just finding the things that actually feel comfortable enough, because I've yet to find the perfect loafer. I think they look really nice, and I used to have some nice loafers until they fell apart, but I have yet to find ones that actually feel comfortable enough for me. So I usually wear, for myself, I usually wear Converses during the summer because they're just comfortable. Beach relaxed outfits, going to the seaside. So when I think about coastal, it's kind of like striped tops and a nice like striped top, and even like I love boat neck tops. They look really nice. Boat neck tops with linen trousers and some loafers will look really nice. Just something that just gives that, I would say, sea salt. To think about that for a minute. Sea Salt is your best bet because they do a lot of coastal outfits. That's basically what they're known for, coastal. They do really nice denim jackets as well. I've got a really nice denim jacket from there, which I'll show you in another video. Really nice outfits. I say, yeah, Sea Salt is really a go-to place I go to when I look at things for summer, spring and summer. Retro vintage outfits. Vintage outfits would be like just kind of like outfits from the 90s, 70s as well. So 70s seems to be very popular in the shops. So flared jeans. I used to wear flared jeans, I think, in my early 20s. No, when I was in my teens. Flared jeans. They're coming back in right now as well. So that's sort of like very retro. So this might be something that you like. So let me know in the comments below. What do you what do you gravitate towards when you look at these different aesthetics? Soft girl. So soft girl is very pretty. It's pastel colours. It's very sort of flowy, I say, when I think about pastel and the soft girl kind of look. And the colours that we'll be looking at is like blues and pinks, but they're very, very soft in colouring. And I think when I think about pastel colours, I'd lean towards like the spring season, because they're very sort of soft colours, but they have kind of like a bit of a vibrancy to them. So pastel colours. So like floral vests and cardigans as well. That would be the soft girl look. And then just going back to, yeah, early 2000s, which is technically, they're saying it's vintage now, I don't know myself. But low-rise jeans, baby tees. I used to have some baby tees, which is like a cropped t-shirt, kind of those ribbed t-shirts, and some jeans, like high-waisted jeans at the time. Mini skirts were very, very popular back then. Halter neck tops, I had loads of those ones. Dungarees as well. Dungarees in the early 2000s. I used to have them too. So they are definitely coming back into fashion. So this gives you a basis of what you can do when you look at, there are various different aesthetics and what feels right for you. What do you gravitate towards when you think about the various different aesthetics? And let me know in the comments below, what aesthetic are you? So you might be a combination of the two. You might be, I'm minimalist, I would say. And I would say I gravitate towards Parisian kind of style. A little bit of quiet luxury sometimes if I want to push the boat out. But let me know in the comments below if, yeah, what it is for you. What do you like? And let's have a chat. And I'll see you in the next video.